going to make a bed for 1 to 144, and for that I cut out the little pattern. You can find the link for the pattern in the info box below. And I am going to cut out this piece. Oh, and this is rolled out on a setting 3 on my pasta machine using some bacon bond. And I'm going to squeeze that all out over my bed end here. Then take a tiny cane of the clay you used for the bed end, rolling small balls and shaping, shaping some images with the flowers and so on here on the bed. I have my bed ends baked, so I put them aside. Then I rolled out a piece of clay in a setting 1 and a piece of clay in a setting 3. I stack these and I take my pattern for the bed itself and I'm going to cut that out. So that's the bottom of my bed. So I'm going to take my bacon bond, and on the back side of the pattern on the foot end I am going to put a few tiny drops of bacon bond, and I'm going to stick that onto the bed itself. And the bed itself, let's see if I can show you. I should have done that to start with. The bed itself is a bit smaller than the bed end, and that's how it's supposed to be. At the top of the bed end I am going to put the bacon bond on the side with the pattern, and again I'm going to stick it to the bed like that. You can keep on working right now on this, but I like to bake this before I continue with the beddings, or what you call that. Now I'm going to make a bed cover for the bed, and for that I rolled out a piece of clay in a smallest setting on my pasta machine, and I'm just starting with making a square, and I want it as long as my bed but a bit wider so it can go over the sides. And I rolled out some white clay as well in the same smallest size on my pasta machine, and now I'm just going to make tiny squares of both my yellow and my white clay here. You could make a cane also if you rather want that, if that's easier for you, but I like to be able to make lots of different bed coverings here. So I am just starting to build up my bed cover. I need to get that in there. So I am placing my squares next to each other. And the next row I am doing it the opposite way around. So first white, then yellow, and so on. And keep working on this until the entire bed cover here is done. When you're ready, you put this through the pasta machine and start with the biggest setting first and go until second smallest or something. You don't want this to be all too thin. So I'm gonna do that and then I will be back. I put this through my pasta machine and the smallest setting was a 7 and the smallest setting was a 7. So I'm going to put this mold on there and I'm going to cut out for my bit here. And I have some dirt right there, so I'm going to take my acetone and remove that. I rolled out a piece of white clay and I'm going to put that over at the top, just enough to let it overlay. And then I'm just cutting it out in the length here, like that, so that it have a tiny overlay for the top end, like that. You can leave it like that, or you can keep on decorating a bit. I am going to make something supposed to look a bit like ruffles, just a tiny bit like that. So I take my bed that I baked and I'm going to put on some baking bond on the top. Again, you can use fimo liquid if you have that, but I prefer baking bond. So I am going to take this, and I'm going to place it on my bed like that. And you can make a tiny pillow if you like. So I'm just squeezing down some of my rest clay here, and I'm cutting out a small square like this. And I am actually carefully squeezing the ends here a bit. To make it look like a tiny pillow, right where you want it. Something like that. I think I am going to make one more just because I can. So that's one way to make a small bed for the 1 to 144. I'm going to bake this and then it will be all done. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumb up. It means a lot to me. And comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. So thank you for watching. Happy crafting!